actually headed to town to go take a shower before we head up north. Not like super north, just a little bit north. We're heading over to Wickenburg for the week.
Deck is stacked. You can whisper behind my back. You can show me how the odds are up against me all day long. But I've been through the fire and come out alive, and there's no more fear in my eyes. Oh, now I'm rising, and you can't bring me down.
So we're gonna check that out. There's no Planet Fitness in Wittenberg, so this will be our last full shower for at least 1 week. It's okay. Temperature last night got pretty chilly. When I woke up this morning, it was like 45 in the van, so just yes. That means it was darn cold last night. But the funny thing is I did wake up in the middle of the night and it was just perfect. There was no wind, there was no cold, it was just perfect. So I was able to stay outside for a few minutes, just a few minutes, because it was bedtime, and hang out. But yeah. This morning, we had the pleasure of a visitor. Our sweet little neighbor, our little cow neighbor, came by. It was so cute. And Groot's going crazy. He wants to go play. We see some deer. I don't know if you can see them. Oh, shoot. So we have been in Wickenburg, Arizona for the last 2 weeks, enjoying our time here. So I have some great neighbors. We had, they actually made us some steak dinners last night, which was fantastic. So thank you very much to Paige and Josh for the dinner. I appreciate it so very much. And of course all the leftovers, because the steaks were like ginormous. A couple of nights ago, one of the other neighbors had invited me over for enchiladas, so that was quite delicious. I had a good time. So some great people around here. I don't really want to leave. Like low key, I just kind of want to stay and hang out with these guys for a little bit longer. But alas, I am a wandering soul, so I'm sure maybe I'll run into them at some point in some time in this lifetime once again, and it would be very, very pleasurable, I'm sure. But for now, we are gonna head out probably tomorrow, either tomorrow or the day after. But our time here has come to an end, and we will see Wickenburg another time. Okay, so we're about to leave Wickenburg. It's been an emotional 2 weeks. I got a little sad. I'm telling you, I don't know what's wrong with me, my hormones or whatever. But I did get a little sad. I was listening to music one night and I was just cleaning up the van, you know, just like normal. But I happened to be listening to music on my TV rather than my phone, and then my screensaver came up and started pulling up all of these pictures of the kids when they were little and of my grandparents who passed away, and yeah, it's been really, really emotional. And I met some wonderful people. I had a couple of neighbors who, one neighbor had invited me over to dinner. He was a wonderful, wonderful, and beautiful, beautiful man. And like low-key, just yes. But the neighbor in between us also invited me over for a dinner, and they are also wonderful people. They're just, you know, going through some hard times right now, but beautiful, beautiful souls. And I don't know, did I tell you guys about the crazy neighbor? So just yes, there was one guy who I met on my first day there. I was pulling in and he was waving to me like he knew me, and I waved and just like, what? And so a couple nights later I was taking Groot for a walk, and he's sitting here and he's telling me these stories about how alien spaceships are not manned, that they're telepathic, and his friend had summoned an alien spaceship, and so the alien spaceship came and they took him, and there was nobody on the spaceship except for a couple of skeletons, and they put it, this man has an alcoholism issue and liver failure. And so when the aliens took him up into the spaceship, they put a rod into his liver that split into two and then split into more pieces and regrew his entire liver in a week. And he can feel it, the rod and the liver growing. Needless to say, so I mean, whatever, but it's a very entertaining story and something to laugh about, although I was like super scared at that point. I was like, I'm gonna leave. But then I met the other two neighbors, and then which brought my security to much, I felt very much safer there. So it turns out the older guy, you know, like I said, he's dealing with a lot of issues, but he was really sweet. He sporadically just yelled at himself and was like cussing all the time, so he had his little fits, but they seemed to calm down a little bit as, you know, as the time had progressed. So yeah, it's interesting, the people that you meet on the road. Also at this very rest stop, this is the rest stop I've been coming to do my chores, fill up my water, dump my waste, dump my trash, you know, every couple of days or so. Oh, like, I don't know, I've came here like 3 times. Anyways, last time I came here, I met this guy His name is Reza Baluchi, and he invented some kind of hydropod or something like that. So he is on a cross-country journey from Santa Monica to Washington, D.C., and then I think he said he was going to go down to Florida, and from Florida he's going to hop in his hydropod and pedal to Europe. So it's a pretty cool contraption. Check it out. It's on YouTube. It was on the news. I met the dude, right? And so that was pretty cool to hear his story and what he's doing and what he's accomplishing. So, it's interesting because I would have never met any of these people being at home, in Long Beach with the same people that I hang out with all the time, because I'm not a social person. I'm really not a social person. I'm very friendly, but I'm not social. And, I just feel like these experiences of all of these other people that I'm meeting are just amazing. Their life stories, their trials and their tribulations, everything that these people go through, a lot of it resonates with me, and so I'm able to better understand not only where they're coming from, but then also a little bit more about myself. You know what I mean? So I'm on a major self journey here to learn about myself, because I was a young mom, and so I got into mom mode super young, at a super young age. And even prior to that, I was always, taking care of somebody at some point. So it's funny to, not funny, it's different to just focus everything on myself, worry about me, think about me. I worry about my kids, and I think about my kids all the time as well, but I don't have the quote unquote responsibilities of being a parent. My kids are not young anymore, and so it's different, and I feel sad because I miss when the kids were young, and when we would do stuff together. And now I'm just trying to find myself and figure out the things that I want to do and the things that I like. And I'm still working a butt ton, but at least I'm working a butt ton in a space where I'm happy. So the stress levels overall are significantly less because my bills are significantly less. The stress is also significantly less. So there's a lot of things that are factoring into my stress level decreasing as of right now. So it's still up there because I still got a butt ton of debt, but that's besides the point because it's covered and I'm taking care of it. So I'm happy, and we're now we're going back to Kingman. We're gonna go stay in Kingman this week, and then we're gonna head over to Nevada. We're gonna go to Nevada and to Lake Mead. Okay, so we will see you guys later.